Do you think Battler would like Sonic the Hedgehog?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You think he'd be really down for Sonic the Hedgehog?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway, welcome back to
When did the first
Umineko.
when did the first Sonic game come out?
In the 90s, I believe.
Mm.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Battler, you would have loved Sonic the Hedgehog.
Ugh. um, currently, um, I'm dealing with allergies. So if I sound miserable, I am. And that's because of the allergies.
Many such cases.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, let's just hop back in. When we left off, when we left off, Beatrice killed Beatrice.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there would have been no way to tell that morning had come without opening a window and looking up at a cloudy sky, which had become a tiny bit lighter. It wasn't a refreshing morning. All that could be heard was the sound of the rain, which hadn't stopped falling since last night, and the howl of the wind.
It's hard to imagine that it's morning. This horrible weather speaks for our hearts.
Hey, it could be worse. At least it's just a rain and not spears falling from the sky. God, there could have been two towers growing out of the lawn out there, and an insane fucking megasphere. Whether it's rain or spears, it's coming down with a bang. It's already 6? Ugh, isn't this enough? After this, we got no measures we can take till the mystery 19th person Beatrice makes her move. I forgot that Beatrice has already made her appearance, and I was like, wait, what? I was like, wait, how does he know about this?
True. However, I believe we have anticipated every trick they might use against us. That's right. As I long as long as a traitor doesn't appear among the siblings, we should be able to deal with most situations.
Like murder? Haven't we talked about this enough? We've stayed up all night. I'm tired. You're right. How about taking a little rest after eating breakfast?
A good plan. Staying up all night is trying at our age.
As they all stretched, they enjoyed this unrefreshing morning as best they could. I'll go wash my face or something. I probably look horrible. For some reason, it's not being picked up on OBS, but for some reason, um, I can just see the bare, like, the side of my wallpaper. Just like,
Uh huh.
it's like 1 pixel wide, but on my side, I can see my wallpaper.
Uh huh.
It's just weird. It's really throwing me off. I'm just seeing the jeans. I'm just seeing the jeans on my
the,
wallpaper. And I'm
the jeans that you dressed him with.
yeah, exactly. And I am not gonna, and that's all the information they're gonna get about my wallpaper.
Uh huh.
They have to guess. I think it's funnier if they have their imagination run
Mm-hmm.
wild with what it might be.
I hope you do show it on the channel eventually, at least.
Technically, I already have.
The unedited version.
Yeah.
That's not the same. What is that awful stench?
As soon as they exited into the corridor, Kirie openly made a disgusted expression. What is it?
Hey, don't you smell something awful?
No, not November. What is this stench? I can't stand
Huh?
it. He said, oh, no. Oh, shit. Uh, He said N.
Oh.
After hearing those complaints, everyone stuck their heads out into the corridor. The stench was faint, but once people started commenting on it, it was clearly noticeable. Each of them went into the corridor, relying on their own sense of smell to tell them where the strange odor was coming from. What in the world could it be? Let's have Kenji deal with it. I believe he should already have arrived in the servant room to begin the morning preparations.
Indeed. Please do. At the very least, it's difficult to imagine Goda making a breakfast that would cause such an odor.
I don't know, maybe he's using durian. Rudolph and the others searched for the source of the smell, and determined that it was coming from underground, from the boiler room. But the door was locked and they couldn't check inside. At the same time, when Natsuhi's group was on its way to search for someone in the servant room, they noticed something strange near the parlor. It's this! What a horrible prank! Who would do something like this? On the door to the parlor, drawn in a paint that looked like blood, was a strange. You know what the fuck it is the third time it's happened.
There's no one in the kitchen yet. Oh, what is that?
Ava's group, who thought the cell might be coming from the kitchen, had returned after confirming that no one was there and that preparations for breakfast had not yet begun. Then they noticed a change to the parlor.
It's useless. The boiler room's locked. Wouldn't that be bad if something went wrong with the boiler? Has anyone spotted a servant?
Is one of those vulgar scribbles here too? There's another one on the door to the boiler room.
What's that? This creepy scribble isn't just here, but it's in other places too? You don't think this is the wage of the Force Future's declaration of war, do ya? I did that in one breath. That was a bad idea. Yoshi tried to make fun of it. Staring at this creepy magic circle while listening to the wind and rain really made it seem like a message from a witch. The dripping red paint made one think of blood, which made it even creepier. Hideyoshi tried to open the door, but it had been locked. As a general rule, the parlor wasn't locked. Someone had gone out of their way to lock it. What does this mean? Could it be that while we were talking in the dining hall, someone secretly left this scribble? On the doors to the parlor and the boiler room?
I'm sure the servants are behind this. We were together the whole time. We all have alibis. They probably received some strange order from Father and pulled this prank.
And there's also the case yesterday with Maria-chan's letter. It's really easy to suspect that the servants are acting on Dad's orders and planning something. Anyway, where is everyone? They can't be playing hide and seek. Let's look for them.
For that, I'm worried about the children. They are safe, right? I'll go check, and while I'm there, I'll see if there aren't any servants there.
Then let's split up. While you go to the guest house and see how the brats are doing, we'll investigate inside the mansion. I don't want to think about it, but maybe these creepy magic circles aren't just in the places we found them already.
We might be wrapped up in some bizarre game of fathers. I will go to him and hear the situation. Though, I doubt he'll obediently listen to me.
The adults split up. As a result, they confirmed that the 4 children were safe in the so-called cousin's room on the 2nd floor of the guest house. They had apparently stayed up late last night playing. All of them were snoring loudly, so Rosa decided not to wake them. Furthermore, Nanjo, fuck yeah, who had returned early the previous night to rest, was also safe. It seemed he believed in the phrase, early to bed, early to rise, and awoken refreshed. During that time, Kirie and Hideyoshi searched for the servants, but they didn't find them. The servant room in the guest house was also empty. The children are safe. They all stayed up too late last night.
The servant room is empty.
I looked at the shift chart and the morning shift begins at 6. They should have started working by now.
The nap room is also empty. There were signs that a futon had been slept in, but it wasn't warm.
Hey, isn't everyone's reasoning right on this? There's probably a game father set up. He must have let those creepy scribbles and hid himself somewhere, trying to make us do something.
I love that there's a dedicated nap room, by the way.
I mean, fuck yeah.
Are you saying he's trying to see who's fit to succeed his wealth in the headship? Isn't that a bit?
No, it might not be strange if Father was behind something like that. After all, Father loves doing things on a big scale. This might have been a finely tuned plan that's starting as far back as when the epitaph was hung in the wall.
In that case, I wonder if they'll give us an announcement of the game or some explanation of it.
There's like a weird static noise, and then over a hidden intercoms. I want to play a game.
Shit, Kinzo's
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw.
Ushura me a family who has been consumed by greed and distrust. I wonder, will you trust yourselves in time to solve this game?
You should definitely definitely watch all the Saw films at some point for your daily movie.
It's on my list. Yeah, for those who don't know, I'm doing a thing where I watch a movie a day, and I collect movies. I collect physical copies of movies, because I like having them. And so I put all those movies into I have like a list that I keep just in case, so I don't accidentally get repeats. But I put all the movies into a roulette wheel, and every day I spin it and see which movie I'm gonna watch. The day of recording this, I watched the movie Lisa Frankenstein, which I absolutely loved. Anyway, go on.
In that case, I wonder if they'll give us an announcement of the game or some explanation of it. It certainly would be nice if an envelope with the crust, like the one handed to Maria-chan, were to appear.
That's right. Maybe Nissan and the rest have found something like that in the mansion.
Dr. Nanjo, have you heard anything about this?
My apologies, I have no idea what is going on. And yet, yes, certainly. I could easily imagine Kinzo-san planning something on a big scale.
Can we go back to the mansion for now? Maybe they found something over there.
I won't be in the way, I shall go too.
I'll stay here. The children are sleeping upstairs. We don't know what's happening. We cannot leave them alone.
That's right. I'll stay with Rosa-san and watch over the place.
There better be some gay shenanigans between these two.
Would you tell that to my husband?
Rosa and Kirie remained in the guest house. Hideyoshi went with Nanjo and returned again to the mansion. At the same time in the mansion, in a way that was hard to believe, or maybe we should say in a way that gave him a bad feeling, Rudolph's prediction was spot on. The same magic circle graffiti had been drawn on the doors to the boiler room and the parlor, had been found in multiple places throughout the mansion.
Araki, how's Dad?
It was no use. I received no response. I tried putting my ear against the door, but I couldn't sense anyone.
There's no sign of any of the servants. Where in the world did they disappear to?
This isn't funny. Father and the servants are hiding, and there are strange magic circles all over the mansion. What in the world is happening?
There weren't only magic circles on the door to the boiler room and the door to the parlor. there were 2 on the 2nd floor, and 1 on the 3rd floor for a total of 5. God damn. They were all the same magic circle, and all the doors had been locked so they couldn't check inside the rooms.
Damn, Renove, this was your fucking plan? Multiple closed room mysteries?
Anyway, let's do something about the boiler room first. It'd be bad if something broke down and caught fire or exploded. So we need the key. Because God knows there's no way to do anything else with. If you don't have a key, the door's fucked. It might as well be another wall.
It should be in the key box in the servant room. They fished through that key box. Because each of the servants carried their master keys around, those weren't kept there. However, all the individual keys should have been there.
I can't believe they managed to fit so many keys in there. It isn't here. No matter how much we look, the keys to the boiler room isn't here.
Look, Aneki. Only the keys to the rooms with those magic circles drawn on them are totally missing. Almost as though a fruity demon butler has stolen them.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
How bothersome.
It's as though someone didn't want us to go into the rooms with the magic circles. No, they went to all the trouble of making those magic circles obvious. So maybe they wanted us to enter.
I think it's the latter. This isn't a movie, so breaking down the doors. If you say so, Rudolph. It's probably. It's probably.
We already tried. We tried hard enough.
They go to the door, jiggle the handle. Well, I have no idea what else we can do.
Smashing a window might do the trick, though. Ah, but I forgot. This isn't a movie.
God damn it! Why did Father have to install those plexiglass windows? those those fucking strong as hell windows. Okay. If you're wondering why I'm coughing so much, how my allergies work is that they fucking dry out everything about me.
Mm-hmm.
They somehow dry out my throat and shit, while also making it unbelievably mucusy. I don't know, this might be gross, I'm sorry if it is, but it's miserable. Because somehow I simultaneously have a stuffed nose and the feeling of dryness everywhere.
That's messed up.
It is, and it sucks doing voices. Especially deeper ones. For a while, Kraus pondered over whether the situation really called for smashing a window. At that time, Hideyoshi and Nanjo returned. There was nothing strange in the guest house, and the children were safe. They told the others that Rosa and Kirie had stayed to watch over the place.
Good morning. I heard that something strange has happened.
Good morning, Dr. Nanjo. I apologize for waking you so early in the morning.
This might be too niche of a thing, but are you ever just like so fucking thirsty? You're so thirsty. You get a glass of water, you fill it up to like the fucking brim. Like this is a tall glass of water, and not just a sexy person. This is a very sexy tall glass of water.
Mm-hmm.
And you just start fucking pounding that bad boy. Like, you just fucking start chugging that shit to the point where, like, you overestimate the angle that you're, like, pouring it into your mouth, and it starts just going fucking all over your mouth and body, and you're just like, I don't fucking care, I just need this water now.
Yeah.
Thank God. I was like, as I kept saying this, I was like,
I hope Rena understands this, or else I'm gonna sound like a fucking psychopath. I'm just in the kitchen, fucking waterboarding myself. I'm just like, oh, need more water. Anyway, back to Umineko.
Uh-huh.
What is it? Did you find a letter or something? I'm sure you'd have found something like that by now.
You're right. I also believe this to be a massive joke or game of fathers. But if that's the case, there should be some letter telling us about it.
Wasn't Beatrice's? I'm pretty sure Beatrice's letter counts. Wait, yeah, hold on. Oh, we don't get the letter. We just have the epitaph only. Okay. Oh, okay.
Like the letter that was given to Maria-chan.
One of Maria-chan's letter actually was the announcement, telling us that the game was on. The rules of the game, try solving the riddle of the epitaph, have already been made clear.
Then what might the 5 magic circles we found in the mansion represent? And the missing servants.
The first Twilight, haven't you read the fucking epitaph? Jesus.
Natsuhine-san. How many servants were there today in total?
Oh, what the fuck? How did that? Hold on. Something went off on my side. Oh my god, oh my. I'm gonna hold it. Whoa.
Huh?
Hold on, okay. Did I fix it? Okay. Okay, I think I fixed it. Oh, no, hold, alright. I took a video of it, so that'll definitely be showing up in the video. Ignore my whack-ass setup, people at home. I'm gonna send it to Rena right now. But since I currently only have a laptop to work with, I have another, like, a smaller TV that I can connect via HDMI. And I'm guessing either the HDMI cord or my USB-C to HDMI adapter is fucked up. So, like, it needs to be in a very specific position, or else what the video that just played happens. I just, like, I barely
Where did you
moved,
send that?
and then my entire setup went fucking crazy.
Where did you send it?
Instagram. It's still sending.
Mhm.
Because you know how Instagram is with videos. Ah, there we go. It's sent. It looked like it looked like I was about to get fucking attacked by Sadako from The Ring. So...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Much
it
going
fucking
on.
freaked me out. I was like, oh my god, what's happening? Huh? Genki, Oda... 5 of them, but why?
So there are 5 servants. There are also 5 magic circles. Probably a coincidence, but I don't like it.
Yeah, a coincidence, sure.
Nissan, let's break a window. We should check and see what's inside.
Man, it's really starting to feel like one of those days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just one of those days.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, go on.
We have no choice. Do it neatly.
How the fuck do you break a window neatly?
I don't think he knows. I don't think he knows. Do you think he's ever had to break a window in his life?
Touche. Like, the only thing I could think of that maybe counts as breaking a window neatly is, you know that thing where if you break a spark plug and take like the little piece of ceramic or whatever the fuck that's in it and smash it against a car window, it just instantly shatters?
Uh-huh.
That's the only thing that I can think of as technically breaking a window neatly.
Have you done that before?
I've not done it before, but I have seen someone like I first discovered it in the fucking Telltale Walking Dead game, and then I saw like years later someone on TikTok like, so apparently if you take the some ceramic that's in the spark plug or whatever the fuck it is, I can't remember what it is exactly. It might be ceramic, it might be something different, and smash it against a car windshield, it shatters really like tissue paper. But I don't really believe that, so I might as well test it out. And he just fucking smacks his car, and it just fucking shatters. I'm just gonna Google. I'm gonna spark plug, car shield, car windshield. Yep.
This is our first tangent of the day, I guess.
Yeah, no, like, just fully, like, yeah. Yeah, ceramic and metal, so yes, they will. If I throw a piece of spark plug at a car window, it's just gonna fucking shatter. Anyway, Krauss had made his decision and gave permission to smash a window. And he decided that the first room they would break into should be the parlor on the first floor, where the windows would be easiest to reach. They had hoped to peek in through the window. The curtains were down so they couldn't see inside. Rudolph wandered around the garden, trying to find something that would be for smashing the window.
Big God. A spark plug.
Eventually, he found a rock bigger than a fist and came back.
You don't have to smash the whole thing. Just open it enough so you can reach the lock.
Don't get your hopes up, okay?
Rudolph raised the rock and hit the glass with it several times.
Damn, how fucking strong is that glass? Eventually, he succeeded in opening a hole big enough that he could unlock it from the outside. Covering his hand with a handkerchief, he stuck his hand through that hole and cautiously unlocked it.
We should probably cover it with packing tape later. The rain will get blown in. Because that's what we're worrying about right now.
When he suddenly opened the window, the wind and rain made the curtain dance around violently. That curtain was blown to the side. They could see into the parlor they knew well. They were a little relieved. They thought there might be another bizarre magic circle inside the room. It's just a corpse. No big deal. Possibly the traces of some creepy ceremony.
In any event, they didn't want to hang around out in the rain. The six of them, Krauss, Natsui, Ava, Hideyoshi, Rudolph, and Nancho, entered the parlor as a group.
All through the window?
I guess so.
All of them were able to enter? How big was that window?
Or maybe somebody, like,
If one of
opened
them,
the lock from the inside.
If one of them unlocks, like, one of the doors, they wouldn't be saying as a group.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe one of them did it first, and then the rest of them went in as a group. I don't know.
Like, I was just like, damn. To be... Not to size shame or fat shame or whatever, but the look of those windows didn't look like a Nanjo would easily be able to fit through.
I think people's expensive clothes could also get caught on the glass.
Yeah, Natsuhi Natsui and Ava are wearing a dress.
Ava's wearing not a dress, but yeah.
Isn't
she? It's like a long shirt with pants.
Oh god, where's it? Oh, it's like a Chinese style dress with pants under it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Krauss is fucking huge. How was he able to get in there?
It turns
that nothing in particular has changed.
Well, mm,
What's wrong, Shannon?
wait, are you okay? What happened to you?
This is the first time I've ever seen her show any sort of worry for Shannon.
For who?
This is the first time I've seen Ava like actually worried about Shannon in any capacity.
Blood!
Shannon?
Blood! Fernando, look at this! Hey, Shannon Chan, are you okay? Answer me.
You mustn't shake her. I will examine her condition now.
She had been in the shadow of the sofa, so they hadn't noticed her until they entered the room. Shannon was lying on the floor, her chest stained with bright red blood.
Hey, Battler, where are you? Look, Shannon's corpse has turned up. See? I won't believe you anymore, so come out. Oh, there you are. What are you doing, clutching at your head in a place like that?
Fowler was crouching under the table, holding his head. His pitiful figure made it plainly clear that he didn't want to see anything, didn't want to hear anything. Had he heard Beatrice's sneering voice? Did he not hear, or was he pretending that he couldn't hear? In any event, it was clear that he closed up his heart like a shell. Perhaps you tormented him too much, milady. After showing him all that and demanding a counter-argument, I can understand why you'd want to mope around.
Hey, Battler. If you can't argue back, then resign, okay? It's your turn. If you don't make some move or pass. Or else give up. We won't get anywhere. Huh? What's that? I can't hear you.
I said be quiet! Shut up! It's magic! Why don't you just do whatever you want? I don't believe any of it! Damn it! God! Don't talk to me, don't show me anything! Disappear! Just disappear! Look at that annoying face near me!
What?
This is Beatrice's reaction. She's like, oh, fuck. I think I've got, like, oh no. Like, she's just so genuinely shocked at what happened. Beatrice winced reflectively. That's not how you say reflexively. Reflexively, I guess. That's definitely not how you spell reflexively. At Battler's sudden rage.
Even if you say that, if you don't finish your turn, then my turn won't come. In fact, I'm the one asking you to stop boring me.
Who cares? Be quiet! Shut up! Who cares about your game? I won't go along with it! If your turn won't come until mine's finished, then just wait for all the turn. Oh shit, Battler coming out with the fucking Sans Undertale strategy? I don't get it! I won't accept witches or magic, I won't accept something that's screwed up! So don't talk to me! Oh fucker, who did that? Hello? Hello? I don't know what's what more. After being shown something that's screwed up, how can I resist? I wandered aimlessly through the rose garden. He just fucking walked out while time is frozen? What a fucking king. It was raining and windy, but that didn't mean my body got wet.
There was just a feeling of isolation as I wandered amidst the wind and rain without an umbrella. Maybe I lost in that person's game a long time ago. Actually, didn't we already have a clear winner and loser in the last game? After all, I surrendered for a time. That's why the world was tinted with witches and magic. Right now, Rokkenjima is a different world, where witches stride around openly and fire off strange spells. It isn't a matter of accepting it or denying it. Maybe I mistakenly assumed that I was playing a game on an even footing with Beato. Maybe I was already defeated in the last game, and this is just the signing ceremony of my surrender. A minute ago, a terrible battle unfolded in the Rose Garden. I saw it with my own eyes. I kicked the ground. Obviously, the ground was hard, and water from a puddle splashed. Several towers had split the ground, sprouting like high-rise buildings. The more I kicked the ground, the more it felt like that couldn't possibly have happened. But, for that very reason, I couldn't explain it with anything other than magic anymore. If it was the closed room with the key shut up inside, I know it's probably an extension of stuff you often see in detective novels. But that big, flashy thing, damn it.
It seems my disciple has caused you much trouble.
Let's fucking go.
Huh? It's you. Someone suddenly spoke to me. I turned around, and in the Rose Garden Arbor was the predecessor Beatrice, whom Beatrice had supposedly defeated a short while ago. Is there Valor X this Beatrice stuff?
A little bit.
Shit.
Uh-huh.
Do you like hearing my ships come up organically?
Yeah.
Sorry, for every big silence, I'm taking a sip of my drink. I have this fucking huge ass cup with me right now. I should have probably grabbed a straw too or something, because it's a lot. It's very hard to pick up.
A skill issue.
I have to like fucking double fist it. I was sure you died. Oh, you survived. Ooh.
No, I did die. Now I am nothing more than a defeated chess piece loitering outside the chessboard.
Beato's teacher, right? So in other words, you're a witch too. I wish there was quotes around witch.
Yes, that is correct.
So basically, that means witches really do exist, and the only one who can defeat her isn't me. That'd be you, since you can use awesome magic, right? It's useless now. There's nothing I can do anymore.
Oh my. Have you surrendered completely?
What do you mean surrender? How am I supposed to explain that? So we're sprouting and falling? Huge giants holding shields and throwing spears? Just remembering it makes me feel like I'm going insane! We're way past the point of trying to reason this all out, aren't we? We've left the level of tricks and things that can be explained with human culprits! Damn it!
Calm yourself. I'm nothing more than a piece on that child's game board. After being removed from that board, I'm no longer a being capable of doing anything. But you are that child's opponent. As long as you do not give up on your own, you will always have the power to strike back.
Shut up! Weren't you also reciting strange spells and summoning towers and spheres? What do you mean strike back? You're the one that did Magic 9/11! sorry. Are you saying you'll teach me magic too and make me take part in that massive magic battle?
If you wish.
Shit, man, if you want.
I could teach you a bit about magic.
Oh, just what I wanted! Please, give me some awesome magic to smash through her chest in one blow! Don't start with me!
I hear that in Japanese magic, there is a ceremony used to pray for rain. Do you know of it?
Rain ceremony? The thing where you throw stuff into a fire and dance as an offering? Not magic. They say that the fire causes an updraft, which makes rain clouds gather. It's supposed to be an accepted. That's supposed to be an accepted scientific phenomenon.
Oh, I believed it to be a form of Eastern magic. But is that not the case? I believe people offered sacred fire to the heavens, as well as a dance of respect.
Fuck yeah, we're getting the whole. Magic is just science that can't be explained yet. That's one of my favorite, like, just sort of excuses for, like, in, like, fantasy worlds, like, just like, oh no, that's science, what are you talking about? Like, Princess Bubblegum in Adventure Time is vehemently against magic, because everything can be explained by science.
Mm-hmm.
It's great, it's fantastic.
Like the existence of magic, or
Like the existence of it. Everything that is magic is just science. They're just They're just saying it's magic to put a band-aid solution to ignore like actually finding out what the fuck you're doing.
So that your entreaty for rain would reach the hearts of the gods.
Maybe people did that long ago, but most occult things like that have a scientific explanation.
Why do things burn? Is that because phlogiston is contained in the material?
No, things burn because of a chemical reaction. Lavoisier abolished the phlogiston theory.
What? Why does heat transfer through objects? Isn't that because caloric is contained in the material?
I'm pretty sure that was abolished by Joule. Heat is energy, not a substance.
You have studied well. Your knowledge is accurate.
Valor goes up to Kinzo. While you were studying magic, I was busy studying. I was busy studying the science. Just some trivia.
Phlogiston, caloric, and eventually ether in God's blood. God's love. Why did I say that? Are powerless before a scientific explanation.
That's such a funny thing to say!
In the past, I was told that an apple falling from a tree was thanks to God's love, so that humans would be given food.
So then gravity is the love of God? That's probably the remnants from the period when religion rather than science was used to explain everything.
That is correct. In the past, humans called the limits of their knowledge. No, ignorance itself. Magic. Like the rain ceremony we were just talking about. Did the people of ancient times realize that there was a scientific explanation? Like, that fire gave rise to heat to cause updrafts outside in the clouds. Even without understanding these things, they at least knew the result.
It probably happened a lot. That stuff called knowledge of the ancestors. Even without understanding the reason, through long experience, they knew that they'd achieve results. Phenomena whose principles they didn't understand were probably the same as magic to them. Like the person just said, ancient people who didn't understand those principles probably believed that. The rain ceremony, their wishes would reach the heavens and make rain fall.
To them, that was certainly magic. As long as they didn't understand updrafts.
If you push an electrical switch, a light turns on. Children do not know the scientific principles behind why a light bulb lights up. They only know the result when they push the switch. If they obtain such a result without knowing the principles, doesn't that make it magic to them?
Holy shit. I'm just imagining Battler going up to Beatrice and just being like, you only call it magic because you're too fucking stupid to know the actual reason behind it. Fuck, that'd be so funny. That's pretty interesting. Well, logically, that's true. For example, I don't have a clue why the brown tubes in a TV show a picture. Well, I think it's totally normal to see things shown on TV. Even if I don't understand the principles behind brown tubes, I at least know that if I push the switch, I can watch TV. It's actually the same as having a rain ceremony without understanding updrafts. In other words, if I don't know the principles, even TV is the same as magic. Or even magic itself, I guess.
Do you know the structure of bronze tubes? Have you ever taken one apart and looked inside?
No, do you know anything about these TVs? They can explode. Have you seen that? I recently saw a post that's like talking about how older TVs, we basically just watched a fucking particle accelerator in in those fucking big box TVs before we had flat screens.
Insane.
Pre flat screens, they could create gamma radiation if you crank it up high enough.
Yeah.
Nope. I think I read about it in a book or something once, but it was complicated and I didn't have a clue. I think that when electrons hit a fluorescent material, it creates luminescence or something like that.
That book lied. Actually, there are small people called gremlins shut up inside the bronze tubes. And they do their work with magic.
Nah, you can't pull that shit on me. I know Gremlins, I've seen the movie. Wait, hold on, when did Gremlins come out? Gremlins movie. 1984! Battler could have seen Gremlins before this. God, it'd be so funny if Battler just references Gremlins, the 1984 movie. Huh? You're stupid, there's no way that's true.
How can you deny it if you've never looked inside a bronze tube?
You can't Schrodinger's cat me, motherfucker. And I've never looked inside it, but I can for sure say that small people like that definitely don't exist.
Since there are no bronze tubes here, that's impossible to prove.
Yeah, it's impossible to prove right now, but later I can take apart a TV somewhere and show you and instantly win the argument. Oh! It's just like he fully gets the point.
So, put another way, my magical theory that gremlins are shut up inside the bronze tubes and display the picture of magic isn't possible to disprove until we can verify the contents of a bronze tube, correct?
No fucking shot are we about to get Schrodinger's cat as a Battler's rebuttal argument. What the hell, is this one of those? Are you trying to say it's a devil's proof? Or a trick of you witches?
A devil's proof is a bit of sophistry. One takes advantage of the fact that negative facts are impossible to prove. However, it's different from my bronze tubes metaphor. That could be resolved simply by taking apart a single television.
You're right. It isn't really a devil's proof.
You propose a scientific theory, and I propose a magical one. One of those is the truth. And which one it is can be ascertained the moment you look inside a bronze tube.
One moment. Sorry, audio levels on my end were bad and you were really quiet. It was picking you up just fine, I just wasn't hearing you that well.
However, until the instant that happens, we cannot deny each other's theories. So, even though only one truth exists, until you look into the bronze tube, you can have two conflicting truths existing at the same time. You have a realm in which two truths can exist simultaneously, even though there must be only one truth in existence.
There it is! Let's fucking go! Fuck yeah, I love Schrodinger's cat. Is the cat in the
Get
box?
patted.
Fuck, even in one of my favorite games of all time, BioShock, there's a Schrodinger's cat reference. If you melt a piece of ice at one point in the game, there's a frozen cat named Schrodinger.
That's awesome.
Is the cat in the box alive or dead? If you open the box, you will learn the answer. You will learn the truth. However, if you open the box, you can claim that the cat is alive, and you can also claim that it is dead. Both claims are the correct truth according to the people making them. And even though the two sides are in conflict, neither can win the argument as long as the box remains unopened. In other words, two truths can exist at the same time. Even though there can only be one cat in the box, it is packed with a living cat and a dead cat, forming a strange separate world. That is what Rokkenjima is now. The island is now a different world where a scientific theory and a magical one can exist at the same time. The resident of the world of science, such as yourself, at a glance, it may feel as though this island has been sucked into a world of magic. It might not be wrong, but it is not accurate. Strictly speaking, it has been moved from the world of science to the gap between that world and the world of magic. So at a glance, it appears to you as though the world is tilted towards the magical side. In reality, this island is now in a perfectly impartial position with relation to those two opposing worlds. I don't really get it. The gap between reality and magic? A perfectly impartial world? This song fucks, by the way, holy shit.
Yeah.
How's that? Hasn't pretty much everything that's happened been totally not in my favor?
Then perhaps you could think of it this way. This is a trial. Think of it as a court where you and Beatrice are laying out opposing claims.
I knew my fucking Phoenix Wright objection button would be fitting.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Badler's design was inspired by
Oh, absolutely.
someone. I'm pretty sure it was someone from one of those games. Call it a Brontu trial. Your opponent claims that there are tiny people living inside the Brontubes. Explaining one thing after another, talking about the lives of these tiny people, what they look like, what type of magical power they have. And what do you do?
Well, I study in a library and argue back by explaining how brown tubes are constructed.
At this moment, both your claim and that child's claim exist in the court at the same time. If you find your opponent's claim convincing, it might sound like truth to you. It might look like truth to you. That is exactly what you saw.
A new favorite character archetype that I've gained, I've only seen it twice so far, but I mean, it's twice in two completely unrelated forms of media, is posh character whose eyes are always closed.
It's weirdly specific, but I've seen it both in this clearly and a manga I've been reading.
Which one?
The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You.
Uh-huh.
Which, by the way, I don't know if I brought this up on a video yet, but that manga is fucking insane, and it's exclusively because it is a harem manga where the male protagonist isn't a douchebag. He, like, has an IV drip of respect women juice just injected into his veins, and it's fucking fantastic. It's one of the best mangas I've read.
At this moment, on Rokkenjima, witches and magic certainly may exist as truth. However, until the moment that the cat's box is opened, that world is an uncertain wave function. The entire situation can be explained by both sides at the same time. However, there is one truth. That set of truths shrinks with observation, and countless truths are weeded out to become one truth. It is like when, in court, the judge hands down his judgment. The two truths from the prosecutors and the defense's claims are reduced to number by the judgment and become one.
Say it in your words. This island right now is the world right before looking into a ground tube, right? Therefore, the science theory and the magic theory cannot be denied. And since they cannot be denied,
Both can exist as truth. Therefore, both witches and magic can exist. However, at the same time, your opinion of denial also exists as truth. It is a world where two conflicting things can exist at once. And it is a world where conflicting truths cannot disprove each other. Have you managed to understand?
in other words, no matter how much awesome magic Beato shows me, it's only a claim of magical theory and it doesn't disprove my position. So, no matter what kind of magic Beato shows me in this world, it cannot become proof that magic exists.
That's right. That child might even try to explain an apple falling from a tree with magic. Perhaps by shaking her staff and magically plucking the apple, then claiming to be the thing that made it drop down to the earth. However, that would be nothing more than another claim. None of your opponent's claims can prevent you from making yours.
I'm just imagining the entire time this is happening, Beatrice is pacing back and forth in the tea room, like talking to Renova. It's like, I don't know, do you think I went too far that time? Maybe I should go apologize to him. He seemed really upset about what I was saying. Fuck, that'd be so funny.
In that sense, this world is quite impartial to both sides.
I get it. Still, by that argument, if I show a sound argument with my science theory, and it collides head-on with her magic theory, I also can't win against her. On top of that, the final judgment won't come until we peek into the brown tube. I just realized it might be called the Brawn Tube.
Mm-hmm.
How's that pronounced? Hold on. Pronunciation. How? Alright, let's see if this is an actual video or...
Pronounce it also as
Is this a...
pronunciation or reference. Wow.
Okay. Why are all these over a minute long? Here we go.
Brown.
Brown. Okay.
Mm.
I've seen brown and brawn.
Then whichever one you like.
Alright, anyway. Where's the brown tube in this world? Because it exists. There should be no reason for us to argue. Why don't we just go along and peek into the brown tube? If there really is a tiny person in there, it's my complete loss. Otherwise, it's my victory. Why do we have to hold this debate without looking into the brown tube? I'm just gonna go back and forth.
That itself is the game you are being challenged to. Maybe instead of a court, I should use chess as an example. There, victory and loss are not determined by a judge. You who fight will decide it yourselves.
Can you win an argument with an opponent in a screwed up world where multiple truths can exist at the same time?
In actual fact, did you lose an argument and surrender like this?
Eh.
That is all the advice I can give you now. If you wish, I can occasionally offer you counsel.
Please!
Is
Sure.
this you? And is this in a lustful tone?
It's not in a lustful tone. Though I do love her.
Uh-huh.
I do love her. She's my favorite witch so far.
Mm-hmm.
Of the magical characters, she's definitely my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Ronove's a close second. I just want to see more of her. But yeah, she is hot, if that's what you were asking.
I mean, that's kind of. I kind of just assumed. I just kind of just assumed you thought that.
You just
when
assume
asked
whenever
if
I
there were
see
any
a
except for
woman in this
Battler.
game, you're like, Eliza's probably
No.
attracted to her.
Well, yeah, specifically like older-looking women.
Hey!
I think
Uh,
Jessica is cute too.
Mm-hmm. But you don't talk about her as much.
Because it's not as funny.
What do you mean it's not as funny?
She's around my age.
Mm.
So I think it's funny when I'm like I'm thirsting after like older women.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Thanks.
But I thought that's why you asked. I thought that's why you asked if there's any fics of her in Battler.
Well, that too. Anyway, you should send me those non-spoiler fics of those two, Rena. Anyway,
I found one
that's non-spoiler or one that exists.
that exists, and I'm gonna check if it has spoilers or not.
That is horrible. That only one exists. Ugh.
It says it takes place between episodes 4 and 5.
Fuck.
So I'm gonna have to check. I'm just gonna have to see if there's any spoilers.
Sure. Thanks, that really helps. I'll avenge you.
Really?
Thank you. I look forward to it.
Saw that exchange and no one was like, I ship it. What's your name?
Beatrice used to be my name, but now that I've surrendered it, I do not have a name. So I shall take a temporary name. Virgilius. No. How about Virgilia?
Hell yeah! That is a fucking name! Oh wait, I voiced the introductions. Virgilia, a now retired endless witch and Beatrice's teacher. She used the oh, what the fuck? Oh no. Oh, beans. Not again. She used the endless magic properly and devoted her life to the smiles and happiness of many people. She taught Beatrice the endless magic, believing that Beatrice would also devote herself to the people, and retired. Though she was Beatrice's teacher, she was also a magician employed by Beatrice's family. For that reason, she interacted with Beatrice in a manner fitting for a servant. Some point to this as the source of Beatrice's arrogance and recklessness. So she's a socialist and Beatrice is a capitalist. Sorry, I had to make the joke. Regalia. Like Valkyria? Wasn't that a name for goddesses that show up in myth?
No. It means the guide who leads the way to Beatrice. I will guide you to that child who waits at the summit of Mount Purgatory.
Is that fucking Dante's Inferno? Hold on.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, like I'm looking at I have Dante's Inferno right here. Right next to my copy of Paradise Lost, if you want to know, right next to my copy of Lolita and my copy of House of Leaves, if you want to know the kind of person I am.
Those are a lot of Umineko coded literature. I was just talking in one of the servers I'm in. Like, not just, but, I was talking about them.
Yeah.
About it with them.
Oh my god.
We're currently doing a book club on House of Leaves because it's Umineko coded. And they talked about Lolita being Umineko adjacent as well.
By the way, some other books I have that are really nearby. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy and Carmilla.
Mm-hmm. Are you currently reading Dante's Inferno?
I am not. I still have to get through.
Okay.
I still have to get to both Lolita and House of Leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows how long that will take me because I'm bad at reading.
House of Leaves is fucking long too.
Ugh. And Lolita isn't long. It's just hard to read because of the subject matter.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Umineko.
Some insane lines in that one too.
Oh yeah.
I think about the hairy hermaphrodite one all the time.
Yeah, I do too. Which, can I say that can we have that on YouTube?
I don't know.
We're quoting it. It's like, that's actually a quote in the book. It's a fucking wild quote that has nothing to do with anything else. It's just, it just happens in one sentence, and then it completely fucking moves on to another scene. Which, by the
I think
way...
he was talking about a dream he had.
Huh?
I think he was talking about a dream he had.
No, maybe? I don't know. I can't remember it exactly. Which, by the way, House of Leaves is also Lolita-esque, exclusively writing-wise. If you look at the back of the at least my copy of House of Leaves, fully the New York Times review, not the New York Times one, the San Francisco Examiner and Chronicle review refers to a Nabokovian linguistic obsession. Nabokov's the guy who wrote Lolita.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that's on my copy too.
Yeah, it's
we're both reading House of Leaves.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
As someone who's read Lolita and House of Leaves, yeah, referring to House of Leaves writing as Nabokovian, I completely understand. Anyway, tangent aside. Who would have guessed I'd accept help from a witch when I'm trying to deny witches? You've done it already! We haven't seen short stuff recently, but you are accepting help from her. And the pink one, too!
Short stuff and the pink one, I'm pretty sure they're the same height.
Well, yeah, but if I called the other one short stuff...
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. I can't hear you, by the way. I can't hear you at all. You're just gone.
Alright, my mic died.
What were you saying?
The names are Burn, Keystone, Lambda, Delta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's go. Those are the names I were guessing.
Why were you saying?
Huh?
Why were you saying you call her short stuff?
Well, I can't call the other one. They're both the same height, but I can't say short stuff and short stuff part 2. I need to be accurate. I need you to know who I'm talking about.
You could just say short stuff and short stuff part 2.
The short duo.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I see. If this is a contradictory world where different claims can exist at the same time, I guess that's cool. It's almost funny.
I'm borrowing that child's words, but you truly are like a phoenix. Your will to fight has already been revived.
Hey, yo, mom, doesn't it feel like your time is running out? Is that the word? Is that the words for the Phoenix by Fall Out Boy?
I don't know.
Shit, I need to re-listen to that. That's actually, fun fact, Save Rock and Roll, that Fall Out Boy album, was the first album I ever got on vinyl.
Nice.
Little fun fact about me. Man, I keep going on tangents.
Yeah. Can you stop fucking around?
I'll do my best.
Joke.
He's-
It's okay, it's allowed. And if your heart is prepared, return to your opponent. Return to the chessboard where that child is seated. I look forward to seeing how far you can fight with my disciple.
Yeah, watch it. I won't listen to her babbling anymore. I'll coolly fight to the end. I definitely won't get provoked by her any longer.
Then let us return to the seat of the battle.
Oh fuck yeah, is Virgilia just gonna be... Also, it might be Virgilia.
Yeah, that's how I used to pronounce it.
Why did you change?
I don't know. It just sounds more
Virgilia
right.
does sound more feminine.
Maybe it's because it's closer to what I would hear in the voice acting.
Yeah. Don't worry, the Japanese doesn't have exactly that hard G sound. It kind of does. It has Z, which is close to it, but not quite. But I'm still learning Japanese, and I'm doing it exclusively via a Genki workbook and the accompanying sound files, so don't take my word for it. For all I know, every time I practice words, I'm completely fucking butchering the pronunciation.
That
Anyway.
suck.
That would be horrible. I get it. I try speaking it, and then someone's just like, "What the fuck are you even saying?"
Oh, Battler. Where did you run off to? And I thought losers never came back for more.
God, I love how she 100% was like, "Oh, did I go too far? Oh no!" And Battler came in just at the worst, right when she was still in that little inner monologue, "Oh, Battler." Sorry to keep you waiting. Cooled my head a little.
Did you think of a response to that pleasant, thrilling, refreshing, highly acclaimed, wonderful fantasy battle between teacher and me? Is that impossible to explain without fantasy?
I don't know if I'm reading into it because I think it would be funny, but how it really feels like the entire time Battler was out in the courtyard talking to Virgilia, she was just like, "Oh God," really reflecting on what she was doing, "Oh, did I go too far?" Milady, didn't you just promise to be... Yes! I can't... Didn't you just promise to be kind and act more gracefully?
Yeah. Oh no. I just got in such a good mood when I saw Battler's face, you see. Look. How are you gonna respond to that battle just now, Battler?
Hold on, I need to make sure this joke I'm about to make... Ah, fuck, it isn't. Never mind.
What?
I can remember when Jurassic Park came out, so I was gonna look up. Wait, hold on, maybe Jesus Christ, why can't I just find the first one? Oh, yeah. He's like, so you ever seen the movie Terminator? It looked really realistic, right? But it was actually all fake. I think that's what you did. Special effects. My original joke was gonna be Jurassic Park.
Could have said something about Star Wars.
Huh?
Could have said something about Star Wars.
It's true, but I'm not completely sure how the effects looked at the original release. Because, little fun fact about Star Wars, the original, 1970s theatrical release is basically lost media. Because basically, ever since the first home release of it, of A New Hope, the first Star Wars movie, and all the ones after it, George Lucas has been going back and adding new shit, adding new effects and stuff like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Battle? What battle?
What?
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. In this rose garden, where do you see those spheres and towers you made lying around? They aren't there, are they? In other words, it's just like the inside of a brown tube.
The inside of a brawn tube? What in the world are you talking about now?
At this very moment, there's nothing at all in the rose garden. Stars may have been sprouting with magic until a short while ago. However, that's the only case until we see what's inside the brown tube. That magical battle is nothing more than your interpretation, your claim. The fact that there's absolutely nothing to see here now proves it. I think you just made it up. I think you should stop gaslighting me. Just like, oh, Valor. That's how I argue back about that witch's battle just now. Right now, there isn't anything here which proves that nothing happened. Mic drop, bitch.
Come now, of course I can't make a huge mess when it's only the first twilight. And I am rather fond of that rose garden, you see. To prevent any damage, I had the fight occur inside a barrier. So it's only natural that it wouldn't have any influence on reality.
That's your claim? I guess that works. However, at this point in time, there is nothing in the rose garden. So nothing stands in the way of my claim that there was no magic done here.
Oh, wait. Can you deny my magic with a mess like that? It is impossible to prove that magic does not exist. It is a devil's proof.
Now I'm bitches the Schrodinger's cat situation. At this point in time, this garden is the truth. The instant you look inside, the tiny people inside the brown tube will vanish. There are no traces of magic here at all. That battle between you and witches did not take place.
What the... That counter? That power? Could it be...
Can you imagine if this happened in any other piece of media with magic?
Yeah.
Like fucking Harry Potter, he's like, actually, Voldemort, you didn't kill my parents. 'Cause where's the proof that you did? My parents are just off, my parents abandoned me and they're out on vacation somewhere. Just like, what?
Harry Potter if it was good.
Exactly. Oh my fucking god. Have you forgotten, milady? It is the multi-layered world's reduction technique. The power of a finite witch, the counter to the power of an endless witch. Only an endless witch can perceive it, and it is most effective against such a witch.
Schrodinger's cat box?
Well, I mean, I guess you can call it that, but Schrodinger's cat just goes... Whatever.
That old hag of a witch. What an uncalled for hint.
rules of magic in this world is so fucking stupid. I love it. I
love the
can't
rules of
believe.
battle in this world.
Huh?
I like the rules of battle in this world even more.
Yeah, I can't believe the nuh-uh defense is an actual workable strategy.
I just really like that the combat system is just entirely based on arguing.
Yeah, it's great.
Like power scaling, people love Umineko. And it's really funny because it's they ignore. They're like, oh, this is like this character's like battle power or whatnot. But like every character's power level relies on their ability to just argue.
I swear to God, if I get Golden Fantasia and it's not a PvP Phoenix Wright game,
I wish it was.
that'd be. I have no idea how it would work, but it'd be fucking amazing.
We've lost time. Including the 5 servants and grandfather, there are 6 corpses. Let me check the scene. I've been trudging along, wasting time. From now on, I'll speed things up, okay? Take a seat, Beatrice. It's finally the first twilight, isn't it? Let's start the real thing. Show me what you've got! Alright. Oh, fuck. Oh, beans. Shit. Okay. And that is where we're gonna end it. By the way, this is for Rena and also people at home. If you're curious how my backlog is, as of recording this, I posted the video of the end of episode 2 yesterday.
Oh, awesome.
Yesterday or today, I can't remember. I already can't remember. So like, that's what we're working with here. Alright. Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Umineko. This was a fucking really great episode.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved it. It was fucking fantastic. How can I not love a Schrodinger's cat mention?
There'll be many more of those.
Oh, let's fucking go. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you'll join us next time. Bye for now.